I'm overwhelmed. I'm humbled. Because I know it's written in Micah that what does the Lord expect of us? Simply to act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with our God. And that's all I've tried to do. And for doing that, I'm overwhelmed by your outpouring of love to recognize me for simply being obedient. I've always learned that obedience is better than sacrifice. And there are many things that guide my life, and some of those things, as you can tell, are based on my Christian upbringing. Truly, I believe unto whom much is given, much is required. And I think that anyone who knows me knows that it's my mantra and it's my guiding principle. Young people know it. Unfortunately, I think sometimes they think I'm the author of it. But truly, it's good just that they see it in me. All I'm trying to do is to give back that which was given to me when I grew up with humble beginnings in this community. Humble beginnings, but tremendous love in my home by parents who loved me. And I didn't always understand how they articulated that love, but they loved me unconditionally. They sacrificed, they gave when they didn't have. And there were people who were put in my life that they allowed to be a part of my life, who, like my parents, only spoke positivity in me. People in my neighborhood, people that were in our church, some of whom are here today, some of whom are part of this community, all of whom have had a profound impact on me. And so when I came back to this community, and I might add that I never thought I would come back, because Rick Hall, that same gentleman who had tremendous faith in me and thought that I should go to Princeton, also taught me something I thought was pretty profound. And he said, in his own sarcastic way, that Fredericksburg was so backwards and slow to change because the last time George Washington left Fredericksburg, he told the people of Fredericksburg, "Don't do anything until I return." And I felt that this was not going to be the place for me. But you also heard that the prayers of the righteous availeth much, and my lovely wife prayed up a stock market crash. Sorry if it affected you all in a negative way, but it brought us back home. Because you see, I lost my job like many other people at that time on Wall Street. And while others wondered and were devastated by it, I simply remember the words that said, "In all things give thanks." And sometimes you have to give thanks and you don't understand why. But if you have the faith in time, it will reveal itself. And what I found is that that same stock market crash that took away my job, that paid me for 6 months and landed me a job 6 months to that date, that brought me back here for a reason. And one of the reasons that were in the plans was that my children, my lovely children, would get to know their grandmother before she passed, and that I would be here to be with her when she passed. And so I was thankful for that experience, because I was not leaving New York City for anything. It took something like that to get me here. But I'm glad I'm back. There were things that happened sometimes that I thought I would never ever walk into James Monroe High School again. Minor things that no one knew about, that really didn't matter to anyone. And sometimes when we get mad about something, and we get mad at something, people don't know, the person doesn't know, and no one else, and we just have this pity party, and we waste time, and I wasted a lot of time. Because now anyone who knows anything about me, they wonder how they get me out of James Monroe. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to replicate some of those things that I experienced. And that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give back in a way that will have that same profound impact that others had on me, I will have on other young people. I'm not trying to pay it back. I'm trying to pay it forward to the others. And in the process of paying it forward. Sometimes I'm paying it back in a way that helps the grandchildren and the children and the great-grandchildren of some of the people who helped me. So I'm thankful to be able to do that. I know it's been said often that a prophet is often not welcomed or appreciated in his own backyard. I don't profess to be a prophet by any stretch of the imagination. But throughout this whole process, I found that I am loved and appreciated by my hometown, and it means a lot. It meant a lot when I heard this, and I resisted. It was good you didn't have me on the committee, because I would not have allowed it. I'm glad you didn't have me on it. In fact, they said they weren't going to let me be on it. I think they said it was a unanimous decision. Keep it a secret, because if Xavier is on it, he's going to try to run it. He's going to try to tell us what to do. And then you all agreed on it. And all I could say is that obviously you had a committee full of people who knew me, so I didn't worry. But you know, today as we went through this community and different parts of this community, I saw so many faces and so many people out there with so many signs with encouraging words. It really made me feel good to be living here in Fredericksburg. I know people say you don't live in Fredericksburg, you live in Spotsylvania. The truth of the matter, I live in Fredericksburg and sleep in Spotsylvania. I pray, and play in Fredericksburg, and all I do is try to get back there on the same day I left in the morning, and I sleep and then I'm back. In fact, some people think that I've just moved into my neighborhood, although I've been there 32 years, because I spend so much time here. So I'm grateful. I am very grateful for all of the people who have been involved, all of the wonderful things that have been said by this video, this documentary. They're so humbling. And so many things that have been done. I would have never imagined what took place up here on this stage. I mean, I've gotten paintings from two of my favorite artists I never thought I would ever get. Thank you both. I've gotten an original painting. I've gotten things from people who really have loved me. I have the organization that I work for, and as you heard me say, I feel like I've died and gone to job heaven. Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Mr. Branscombe, and all of the other board members for supporting this venture. But also thank each and every one of you who served on this committee. I thank you, Reverend Mrs. Davies, for your kindness. You know, Mrs. Davies is a person who never leaves her home, but she knows everything going on in Fredericksburg, and I understand that you had something to do with it. There are a lot of other people. I appreciate the fact that you involved my children, because again, my greatest accomplishment in life, and not these things that I do here, although I'm being obedient, it's what I do in terms of raising children, and I say, my children have never caused me one moment of pain. I thank you, I love you. The only thing better than you are my grandchildren. Thank you. But I thank you for that too. I thank you all for including my beloved wife, because truly she was the wind beneath my wings. She was the one who allowed me to do the things that I did with strong encouragement, and most of all, she took care of home and took care of wonderful children. So I appreciate what you did there. I appreciate Ambassador Bridgewater for being the spearhead of this. I mean, a woman who's done phenomenal things across the world, and really someone who deserves to have this herself. But she's taught me so much, and she's been a truly faithful friend. She and her beloved husband, he was the one who baptized me, and I had the opportunity to be the best man in their wedding, a great honor. So there's so many people. All of you, I love you. I could be on here forever and ever, but I was instructed, I'm late, that we need to get out of here. But I do thank you. I love you, and I will be in touch. I might give you a ride. Thank you. I still have it. Thank you. Thank you.